Welcome back to Everything Whiskey. I'm Callum.
I'm Sam.
And today we're having a look at American Eagle.
Alright, American Eagle today. I don't know, this is one of the, it showed up all of a sudden.
Another budget as well.
Yeah, it's another budget one. Budget. How much was it? 50
45 bucks.
Yeah, 45, 50 bucks in Australia. 4 years old Tennessee bourbon. It says produce of Tennessee instead of product. Yeah, so it's a produce of Tennessee. So it's a charcoal filtered bourbon, 4 years old from what's it called? Hailwood is the company that owns it.
They're reasonably new, aren't they?
Yeah, they're like started in 2018, the company. So it's a bit iffy, but there's a lot of like things that kind of raises some eyebrows, but still, it's whatever. It's bottled in UK, which I didn't realize that was even allowed. I thought it had to be bottled in America for it to be called bourbon, but I don't know. They've already been taken to court by Eagle Rare, and I'm pretty sure the court ruled that it was infringing on Eagle Rare's, patent or whatever.
So good start.
So great start, especially alongside the complete obvious spelling mistakes. Also, I thought Tennessee whiskey had to be charcoal filtered with maple charcoal, like maplewood. I thought it was specific. I didn't think it could just be any. I thought the Lincoln County process, if you wanted to be called Tennessee whiskey after the Lincoln County process was put in place, you had to follow the guidelines that they put in place. So like before that, yeah. So like before Lincoln County process was put in place, that if you were like grandfathered in by being able to call yourself Tennessee whiskey before it was introduced, you could still maintain the same. But I'm pretty sure like any new distilleries had to do the same thing as Jack Daniels and stuff like that. They had to follow the Lincoln County process.
That might explain why Kentucky Gold is Tennessee whiskey.
Was that Tennessee as well?
Because we bought this up last, and
maybe we need to do a bit more research on the whole.
Let us know.
There's too many.
America,
I thought I knew, but probably don't. There's too many things. Every time it changes. Well, it's like the if you watched other episode on the Kentucky Gold, about how bourbon can be sold as bourbon in other countries lower than 40% alcohol.
It's 37% here.
Yeah, in Australia, but I thought that if it was to be made at all, it had to be made in America, which is true, but I thought that it to be called bourbon had to be at 40% because it's being made in America and you have to follow America's guidelines. But apparently no, if you're sending it solely to another country who doesn't have those guidelines, it can be lower. Bit wild and very confusing, but
this smells like it's got a lot of corn in it.
it's 84% corn, the mash bill.
8%
rye, 8% malted barley, 80.
It's very sweet
corn.
Yeah.
Very corn
sweet.
mustiness. It's almost lolly, like candy corn lollies.
Vanilla.
Yeah, heaps of vanilla.
Some pepper notes.
There's some weird spice, but it's not rye spice.
It's not like black pepper, maybe white pepper?
It's sweet. There's a decent amount of burn. It is 40%, but there's still a decent amount of burn on the nose.
I get a bit of orange zest.
Yeah, it's a bit orangey, isn't it? Like
a zest
it already
orange,
tastes like someone's put 1% of an old fashioned in the glass. Some bitter, like some typical bitters.
Yeah.
And orange zest.
It's just it's very flat. It just dies off extremely quickly.
That's the problem with these budget ones. They're never just like overtly horrendous and disgusting. They're just always a little bit. They're just always. There's never really anything there that gets you really excited.
I mean, they're what you pay for.
That's what you. That's really That's what.
I don't expect a full-bodied bourbon at $45.
This is fine.
Australian dollars. It's like 17 US dollars.
I'd like to know if this is even sold in America. I think it might be.
Well, I mean, apparently the Kentucky Gold was.
I thought it wasn't.
But they sell it at 40% over there. Because I was reading some comments.
Why is it?
I can't remember who it was, but it was like, I can't believe that we get it different over here. And I'm like,
yeah, but I didn't know if he was talking about the actual specific brand bottling or if it was just in general. But anyway, either way, it's wild. I don't know. This is fine. Look, to be honest, like taste-wise,
quite enjoyable taste-wise.
It doesn't taste as low proof as
40.
It seems.
Yeah.
It actually seems more like a 40, 45. It kind of tastes like a 45, I'd say. I reckon there's more heat. And it's not too thin for a budget bourbon.
For a budget bourbon, yeah.
There's some of that kind of cherry note, nowhere near in the range of like a Maker's or anything, but it's there. That amaretto-y, not maraschino, more like Luxardo cherry sweetness. Look, I don't mind this.
It reminds me of the Templeton Rye a little bit. It's like kind of got the same. I don't know. Like, how much rye was in this? Like what
8%.
Like I still get those.
I was about
rye.
to say, no. I think it's so heavy, like so far corn that it kind of
makes it
adds some new weird herbal notes. Because I'm used to heavy corn whiskies to be more caramelized and rounded and stuff, but this is like, it is kind of tasting a bit rye-ish. Like there's some weird spices in there.
There's a weird black tea note as well.
Weird, bright, clean spices, not caramelized, sweet, rounded spices. I don't know. I kind of want to compare it to the what's it called? Kentucky Gold.
Kentucky Gold's back there. Another budget bourbon that we did.
We did it last time, so I just kind of want to see where it stacks up.
Last week. I'll link it up here. If you guys want to go watch it. I'm shocked.
At what?
That smells like nothing. It smells like nail polish.
That's what I said. This, I reckon, smells like, it tastes more rich. It tastes
This is actually what I noticed. That smells like it's nail polish remover with a bit of banana behind
It
it.
doesn't smell like anything, It smusls a bit ethanol.
It just smells ethanol.
It's sweet and ethanol.
Hint of banana behind
But
it.
we liked this last time. There's like it's banana lolly. You know the musky, it's in the shape of banana. They're not that great.
Yeah.
I don't know how to, it's a banana that tastes like banana and it's a lolly. I don't know how much more I can add to that.
I think they're an Australian thing.
It tastes like it too. It is so sweet and simple. That is literally just sweetness, a little bit of the corn, and a heap of banana. It's not enjoyable, but it's really flat. Like this is a lot actually more dense than that. But surprisingly.
When we reviewed the Kentucky Gold, it was our first whiskey of the day.
Yes, it makes a big difference.
So that probably changed it. When you're going off the heels of another whiskey, it's quite...
And it was 37%, this is 40. This tastes
same price though, so...
This is, I'm getting some really simple candy notes now, like some sherbety kind of light fruits and stuff.
You know what I like about this? For $45, look at the bottle. It's a nice bottle. Plus, there's a cork.
It's an actual cork.
I don't know any other whiskies that are this cheap with a cork.
I think that's like probably a good marketing road they went down. It's like, we're going to be cheap, we're going to produce cheap,
but it's still
not going to sell too much, but we're going to have it in like a looking more expensive kind of presentation, because then people will go look, because people who normally care about budget don't really care about, they're the people that pick from what the bottle looks like, So if they're just going with that, then if that's sitting next to a bunch of screw caps, this one will probably win just because of aesthetics.
Yeah.
But I think it'll keep them because it's actually got quite a full flavour for a budget. Alrighty, thank you very much for watching this episode of Everything Whiskey. If you liked it, maybe leave us a like. If you want to see future episodes from us, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button. We'd appreciate it if you do. We'll see you in the next one. Cheers.